EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now Wilson on first down. And his first pass is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's got his 6'5" receiver, that's Tim Patrick. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he sets up the screen to Jones. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
Hey, 0-0-0. Hold up. Ricky. 31's the mic. What we got?
Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught by his tight end, Kylan Granson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So, great throw right there, and what a regular season this rookie had, piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title, and they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in him as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5.
60 red. 60 red. Defense. Let's go, defense. 10 cycle. Red. Double up, double up. It's coming, double up.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Bradley Chubb just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
They go play action now. Wilson. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. No score after one on EA Sports.
Kill. Check 9, check 14. 99, check 99.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle. Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 23. They go play action with Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And I think the ball's out, and the Colts pick it up. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Hines. And he's got some space here. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 67 yards. And the Colts will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Frank Reich going to tell the offense to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Hamler now to return it. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Again, Wilson. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick there to make the grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from taking the lead. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and take it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hines. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Frank Reich, he didn't even seem hesitant about this. He wants to go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast and in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And we'll see what they want to do. Just 20 seconds remaining here before the half. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hines. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hines. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Being chased out left. This will be caught at about the 6. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good, and that makes this a 9-point game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Hamler now to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On first down, Wilson. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll get this one to Patrick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Broncos. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, 26 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And, man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. Those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this. After that throw, his hands will hurt later.
What up, LeBron?
At the moment, he's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the